Have you ever thought, why does this feminine energy work feel like work? You're doing the affirmations, you're trying to soften, you're doing the practices, you're saying no, you're leaning back, you're letting men lead, you're wearing the silk robe, you're lighting the candles, but inside, you still feel anxious, disconnected, like you're faking it, or worse, like you're doing it wrong. But here's the truth. The number one lie that's keeping women stuck in performance is that feminine energy is something that you do. It's not a checklist, it's not a strategy, it's not about appearing soft or letting go in a way that still feels like control. It's a frequency. And if your body doesn't feel safe, nothing that you do will make it land. Let's talk about that. Hi love, I'm Emma. I'd guide women through feminine embodiment and emotional alchemy. But I don't teach femininity as a performance. I guide women back to the parts of themselves they've been forced to hide because softness wasn't always safe. I help women who've spent years over-functioning, masking their needs, and chasing their worth in all the right looking places, finally exhale. And if that's you, you're in the right place. Today we're peeling back the biggest myth in this space, offering a softer, truer way back. Let's start with what most people won't say. Just rest more, let him lead, don't chase, receive, tap into your feminine magnetism. Sounds nice, right? But if you grew up in survival mode, if your nervous system was wired around being useful, self-sufficient, and always being in control, being told to just soften feels like asking your body the impossible. And then you start to shame yourself for not being able to relax. You think that there's something wrong with you because you feel more anxious after the rest. You wonder why softness feels foreign, awkward, even fake. But none of that is your fault. It's conditioning, it's protection, and it's so common. Because most women have never been taught how to feel safe being soft. We've only ever been taught how to perform it. I want to be really honest with you in this part because I wasn't just performing the feminine for a season. I've been performing my entire life. And I was the good girl, I was the strong one, the one who could always handle it. I got validation from being the capable, high-achieving, in control, and I just didn't know how to ask for help. I barely even knew how to have needs. And underneath all of that, I was exhausted, emotionally shut down, terrified to slow down because I didn't even know who I was without the doing. And when that finally caught up with me, when the burnout hit, the numbness set in, and I just couldn't keep pushing any longer, that's when I found self-development. And I dove in head first. Journaling, meditation, workshops, healing sessions, working with coaches, books, courses, all the right language, all the empowered practices. But do you want to know the truth? Nothing stuck. Nothing worked. Not really, because I was still approaching it from all the same energy that I'd used to survive my whole entire life. Still performing, still fixing, still trying to be better, still searching for the one thing that would finally make me feel okay. Even when I finally discovered feminine energy, I treated it like another thing to get right. And I did all the rituals, wore all the dresses, did all the affirmations, but the disconnection, it was still there. I remember thinking, why do more alone now that I've found myself than I did before? Because no one told me that the feminine isn't found in doing. She's revealed through feeling. And I hadn't learned how to feel. I hadn't built safety in my body. I hadn't healed the parts of me that just didn't trust softness, because softness felt dangerous. So I kept performing until I just couldn't anymore. And that breakdown, that unraveling, that was actually my return. It was the beginning of the house of her. So what does it actually feel like when the feminine stops being a practice and starts becoming your truth? It feels like being in your body, not performing her, not trying to impress anyone, just being you. It feels like being able to cry and not explain why. It feels like saying no without guilt. It feels like resting without first exhausting yourself to fully justify it. It feels like letting someone hold you and not shrinking because of it. The feminine is not about how you look. It's about how deeply you're willing to feel. And that can only happen when your body feels safe enough to stop protecting you, which is what we do inside the house of her. We don't teach the look of the feminine, we rebuild the foundation so that women can rise. If you're watching this and you're thinking, shit, I've been performing my whole life, I want you to know that's not something to feel shame about, that's something to honor. Because awareness is the beginning. It means your body is waking up. It means the version of you that hustled to feel safe is starting to soften. You don't have to perform anymore. You don't have to prove. You don't have to chase a version of the feminine that doesn't feel real for you. You get to come home, slowly, gently, honestly. And your feminine, she's not disappointed in you. She's waiting, she's patient, and she loves you already. Before you click away, place your hand on your heart and ask yourself, where am I still performing when what I really want is to be felt? Just sit with that. Not to fix it, not to change it, to feel it. That's the start. This is the felt drop. One moment, one truth, one breath to bring you back to you. If something softened in you during this, if a part of you whispered, this is what I've been missing, come inside the house of her. It's my private mentorship for the woman who's ready to stop performing and finally feel safe in her feminine. You'll find emotional healing, nervous system repair, embodiment rituals, and a sacred community, not to fix yourself, but to finally feel yourself again. Click the link below to join now. This is your soft rebellion. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment which part of this video felt true for you. And please remember, you're not too much. You've just outgrown performing. And as always, I see you, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.